If you like purple C3 split window Corvettes with C6 everything underneath and an LS7 under the hood, well then you've come to the right place. We're here at Engineered Automotive, where they build all kinds of cool stuff, from Ferraris to old air-cooled Porsches to classic cars. So let's go have a look. So this is the main service area here at EA. It's 22,000 square feet of badass. They got all kinds of high-end projects going on. New engines into Porsche GT2s, Ferrari challenge cars getting prepped for the track. So let's go nose around and see what we can find. This flawless 91964 turbo immediately caught our eye. EA just built the motor and did a bunch of exhaust and turbo upgrades, and it's really too bad we didn't get any audio on it because this thing just screams. Here's something you don't see every day, a Superformance Daytona Coupe. We're talking 60s race car styling and modern running gear. As you can see from the tape around the tailpipes, this one is in for some custom exhaust work to route around the fuel cell that EA has just installed. For all you rappers, gangsters, and thug lifers out there, how about this tastefully stanced and murdered out Ferrari 430 Scuderia with carbon fiber accents, custom brakes, and an ECU tune? This monster truck just got a custom clutch to hold the 1,200 pound-feet of torque it produces, and the owner uses it to pull his boat out of the lake at the cottage. We're pretty sure this guy feels like the baddest mofo at the marina. They do a lot of cool stuff with air-cooled Porsches here at the shop, including restorations of these old 356 Roadsters. This one, as you can see, is in pieces here. It's completely stripped down. It's just came out of the paint booth. The paint looks really nice on it. It's pretty cool to see these old cars being rebuilt from the ground up. So this is one of the more unique projects they've got going on in the shop right now. It's built to look like an old Ferrari Testarossa 250, so a classic old school Italian sports car, but it's done in a retro mod style. So it's not an identical replica. It's meant to maybe pay homage to that era, but it's got a 5-liter BMW V12 under the hood. It's got giant Brembo brakes up front, so it's modern running gear underneath, a big modern engine in it with that classic Italian sports car styling. Pretty cool. There's no shortage of modern performance at the shop either. Check out the flat bottom and rear diffuser on this Ferrari 458, not to mention that triple center exit exhaust. Not everything here is an exotic either. This track rat Mini Cooper S is getting the full treatment, including a smaller supercharger pulley and tune, KW V3 coilovers, poly bushings, Wilwood brakes, and adjustable suspension arms. Toss some slicks on this thing and it's going to rip. EA is also perfectly comfortable working on early model cars like this baby blue Bel Air, in for a tune-up and some fresh floorboards. This 997 GT3 Cup car is being prepped for racing, EA managing the entire race program for the client. I was blown away by just how light the carbon fiber doors are. If you're looking for a turnkey race car, well, just look at the attention to detail on this thing. Ferrari 360 Challenge motor just sitting here on an engine stand. No big deal, right? Except, come have a look underneath. I believe we've had a little bit of a rod issue with it punching a gigantic hole in the bottom of the sump, but hey, they'll fix that, right? So this is EA's hidden treasure room. They've got all kinds of stuff hidden back in here. They've got this beautiful E30 M3 that's just been fully restored and modernized. A 997 turbo here that's making 1,000,000 horsepower, and all kinds of other good stuff back there. I fell head over heels in love with this E30 M3. It's just had a complete nut and bolt restoration, along with a Eurospec E36 M3 motor swap, and a fully pimped interior with two-tone M stitching. It's basically a brand new car. So this is one of my personal dream cars, a Lancia Delta Integrale. I actually had a chance to buy one of these pretty cheap about 10 years ago. I bought my Type R instead. Still kicking myself a little bit over that one, but these things are super cool. This one may be stock looking on the outside, but underneath it's heavily modified. EA is in the process of building the motor for Big Boost, and there's lots of other trick stuff underneath imported from the UK. And here's something you don't see every day anywhere, let alone in Toronto, and that's a Porsche 959. Gotta be one of the rarest Porsches ever built. I can't imagine there's more than 3 or 4 of them in all of Canada. So pretty cool to see one in the flesh. This one's in for a full rebuild of the engine and drivetrain. Apparently they don't age very well, something to do with fancy metallurgy not working well together. But anyway, pretty amazing to see a 959 in the flesh. I don't think I've ever seen one before. So this is EA's body shop, and it's a huge space too. I'd guess it's probably 20,000 square feet. Full of cool German stuff, like we've got a couple of 928s here, but they do beautiful paintwork here, all kinds of restorations, so it's really a full service facility here, from tuning to body work, the whole 9 yards. And of course, EA also has a 4-wheel roller dyno so that they can dial in the ECU on any of their customers' builds. I wish we could have heard one of these 3 monsters on the dyno. EA's tech room is where the engine and gearbox rebuilding magic happens. Pretty amazing that their staff has the technical know-how to rebuild such a wide range of hardware. So that wraps up our tour here at Engineered Automotive, and what an amazing facility. The scale of the place just blows our mind. Didn't know something like this existed in Toronto, and they actually do a cars and coffee here. So if you live in the GTA, come on down and check it out. But wait, there's more, because you need to check out the hardware in their parking lot. We're not so sure about the color, but the owner loves it, and we certainly can't argue with the appeal of a 63 split window equipped with a C6 Z06 engine, suspension and brakes. Carbon fiber whale tail may not be for everybody, but the roll bar and racing bucket seats in this air-cooled 911 certainly hint at the fact that it's been built as this customer's street-driven track day car. Apparently it has plenty of track miles on it, and yet it's never required any unscheduled maintenance. This classic Ford Mustang has a great story to it as well, the owner wanting to take his 2 sons on a Route 66 road trip. To ensure a comfortable and problem-free trip, EA updated the interior, suspension and brakes, and dropped a brand new 5-liter Coyote V8 in the engine bay. Another iconic Ford catching a few rays in the parking lot was this immaculate Ford Thunderbird. What a stunning piece of automotive design. We've never been huge fans of the Bmw Z3, but this Dynon supercharged M version on HRA wheels is about as cool as they come. Pete wasn't feeling the body kit on this early 911, but you can't win them all. For an impromptu car show of your own, drop by EA and tell our buddy Dano we said hi.